I just got to get to a point. I can honestly tell the world this. I'm striving towards and I'm working towards. I said a prayer the other day and I meant that to God, you know. I hope he forgive me, you know what I'm saying, for my choices. And, you know, he strengthened me. I keep walking in his light, man. You know, only he knows. You know, but far as me, my free will, 2 months ago, I started walking towards that change that you're talking about, getting to that point to where, okay, I got to get away from the hurt. See, the hurt is the biggest thing I have to shake.
That's a fact.
The hurt. That's a fact. I got to get over the hurt.
What is it that's hurting? Let's take a second. Breathe. Think. Take as much time as you need.
I don't want to sound like, you know,
don't worry about how you sound.
Okay, well, you know, the truth is, what's hurting me the most is since the age of 11 going on 12, this is no lie. I'm 37 now. What's hurting me the most?
What's up, YouTube? Become a member of the channel. Click the join button. You're going to get access to exclusive content, more updates, post-interview reactions, and the lost tapes that never made it to YouTube. Click the join button. Become part of the family. Now back to the content.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got my man out here today.
Yo.
How you doing today, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So guys, this is kind of an update, right? So this is one of my earlier interviewees from months and months ago. So how's everything been since the video?
Man, since the video, things have turned around. You know, I gotta say life got better. The responses that I got back from the video were key to where I'm at right now. It was a lot of supportive people, you know, and you all know who you are. So I want to say thank you, you know what I'm saying? And again, my name's Charles, you know, in case y'all forgot, you know, and I appreciate you doing this interview, brother.
So listen, I mean, last time, you know, you had some pretty crazy situations going on. So you was newly homeless due to being in what we later figured out was, I believe it was it Black Lives Matter? Just became homeless last night. What happened?
I'm not a name dropper, so you know, for legal purposes, I won't mention this organization's name. But I was just affiliated with an organization that does nonprofit in the city of Atlanta. And long story short, a lot of my preferences, if y'all follow my drill, didn't align with theirs. No, it was actually Black Hammer. I can actually say the organization's name now because the reason why I didn't say it then, because copyright infringement, as far as their name goes, and defamation of character. You know how people be.
What's the organization of?
The name of the organization was called Black Hammer.
Black Hammer. Okay.
Yes.
And so it's, yeah, you had some situations where basically they was trying to get some sex out of you, basically.
They were.
So be specific. My audience likes to get
be specific
and real. What preferences? What's going on?
My sexual preference. I'm a heterosexual male, and I don't have no disrespect for the LGBTQ community, but I was made in advance to become a homosexual, and because I declined that advance, I was kicked out of the house, and I was staying in a 5-bedroom mansion, which you can look on my Instagram page on iamt.h.u.g.l.i.f.e in H-E-Z as in zebra _ real one. You'll see I'm not lying. But yeah, I got kicked out of the house because I didn't want to be homosexual. Yeah, they were trying me on the premises of my sexual preferences and what I stand on far as me being a heterosexual male, like in women. You know, everybody outside of me was LGBTQ, and I was unaware of that until we had a meeting, you know, disclosing all the money that we made because we come out here and we do nonprofit. So it was a professional organization. It was started by a guy who came out of a political organization, a political party, but he was excommunicated from that party because of his radical idealism. He had some off the wall ideals. And if you do your studying on Black Hammer, you'll find out now that he's actually been incarcerated. The last time I checked, when I got an update on what was going on with that. So that's what that situation was. I wanted to advance in the organization, and the longer I stayed, the more and more the ugly truth started rearing his head. And the guy that's over the whole organization was homosexual and called himself liking me, truth be told. And I don't rock like that for no amount of money. I don't give a damn what it is. I'm not going out like that. I love women too much, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 kids. You know, it's just things that I was raised on. And when I declined, the hate, the jealousy, the vibe, the mood all changed.
the mood all changed. When I said I wasn't with it, it's like, oh, now I'm like the enemy within type shit. You know, now I'm a fed, or now we got to watch him, or whatever it is, because I didn't get with the program. So that's what that was.
Okay, okay. You mentioned your 2 kids that you have. So when's the last time you saw them, man?
I actually saw my daughter like 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? She just turned 4 on the 15th of this month in August. My son will be 7 on December the 20th. So I go over there and see my kids when I can. But that whole situation with my BM, like I told y'all last time, we're on talking terms. And y'all know how people in the hood is. Of course, people went back and showed her I did the interview. She didn't have no hard feelings about it because I wasn't lying about nothing I said. So it's nothing for me to hide even now. I'm still standing on everything I said in that interview, you know what I'm saying? But truth be told, bitterness. She cheated on me with my homie because of shit we had going on and because of false allegations that she had in her mind of me cheating with other women. So, you know, from dealing with prior niggas before me being hurt like that, she felt like she had to hurt me before I hurt her.
And that was your best friend?
Yeah, he was.
How did they end up having sex and linking up?
When I got locked up, pillow talking, my baby mama, she got a stripper shape. She got like a Megan Thee Stallion type build, just being real true. My baby mama ain't ugly, you know, so I tell that to anybody, you know. I've been blessed by God to just have some attractive women in my life. And you know how it go. You get locked up while the doll's away or whatever, the cat gonna play or whatever they say. You know, he sees the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? It showed that he had hidden hate for me, you feel me? Like, and I didn't know that.
Hidden motives at the very least.
Motives.
But, you know, like I said, I see my kids, as far as me and her, we don't talk like that. Like, just being real. I don't really respond to her like that.
So how do you communicate to see the kids?
I show up, you know, knock on the door, boom. She know what it is. When I knock on the door and she sees my face, y'all daddy here, boom. You know, they got their clothes, whoop, whoop. We exchange a couple words. I'm not no cold-hearted dude like that. I don't want nobody to get me twisted either. I come over there, hey, how you doing? Whoop, whoop, this, that, and the third. Because, you know, my so-called homie, he's still over there. So, you know, I already know what that shit is. I just come to get my kids because I know that the talk is still going on. And I know that once you love somebody and it ends toxic, I don't give a fuck what nobody on this planet say. You still gonna have love for that person, but that love is also gonna be a hate too. It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah, they're kind of
hand in hand.
Yeah, they you know, they're 2 sides of the same coin, so to say.
So to say.
All right, so the homie is still lit. He still lives there. He's still with her.
Yeah, he still stays with her to this day. You know, and I'm not in to disclose all their issues and they got going on, but he still stay with her to this day. They still together. And I feel like, just honestly, and I can say this openly, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women who get hurt, just seeing this from experience and dealing with her, and this is just advice for anybody, they'll allow the next person they get with to get away with XYZ that they accused you of, or they'll even end up staying with that person just to say that they weren't wrong.
Right, just to kind of, just to prove themselves right, just to validate
live a lie in their mind, basically.
Yeah,
that's where we at right now, you know.
Okay, all right, man, all right. And so, last time I saw you, man, you was with a beautiful young lady out here at the park.
Yeah.
Are you still with that young lady? What happened with that?
Situations, brother. Like, we're still together, you know, but separated right now due to these same issues, you know. When you first get with a person, you got to fill them out because these times we in. And when people hear me talk, they'll think that I'm just trying to shoot all the blame off me. No, this is what I want to tell everybody, and I'm glad that you run into me. You know what I'm saying? People misunderstood Malcolm X. People misunderstood Tupac because of their approach. We're in fucked up times, point blank, period. To where if you're saying you believe in God and you spiritual, you know, he said the love of many will wax cold. It's a lot of people, including women. And I'm not a misogynist and I'm not, you know, a feminizer. But I'm gonna say this. Women have been played so much the way they took on the role of men to where now relationships on any level, business or whatever, because they're the majority breadwinners in society, is their terms are not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so with this relationship that I'm in with this girl now, it's the same thing. And I'm not gonna make no excuses. I had my faults. We're separated right now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't cheat. No, I didn't cheat. But you know.
So what was the faults that you had?
I could be honest with y'all. It led to us arguing, fights.
Physical fights?
Physical fights.
What were y'all fighting about?
False accusations on my end, on her end. You know, same thing with my baby mama, basically. Same thing, so I had to take a step back. She didn't cheat, but like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm one of them dudes, if you're gonna, you know, cut off all my female friends and, you know, my friends, then shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting you to do the same thing type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't no other way around. If you're gonna make the first initiative to cut out X, Y, Z of females that I'm talking to that you feel like I'm fucking or whatever, same should go in on your boat. But that's where the argument starts, because it's like, these are just friends. My female friends are not friends because they're strippers. You know what I'm saying? And because they got hoish ways, which I have nothing to do with. I could be cool with 1,000 strippers, never fuck nan one of them, knowing them 20-some years, and I could have a girl come along and I'm dating, and she'll think that, oh, you know, he fucking this bitch, that, and the third. So that's where me and her problems came in at. Hurt from past relationships on both ends. I'm quite sure you go get her story, it's gonna be a different story.
What would she tell me?
She'll tell you that I bit her lip off.
Did you?
She bit my hand, and I went to bite the side of her face to get up off me, because I'm not used to nobody biting me, and I didn't want to punch her in her face. So I tried to bite on the side of her cheek, and I ain't gonna lie, I made a mistake, and God is my witness. I'm not lying to nobody. I can admit this in front of the camera. I bit like a corner right here of her lip, trying to bite on the side of her face. So that's what we separated.
So you say
for
y'all
right
are still together though?
Separated, you
if
know.
I ask her,
really,
would she say y'all together?
I don't think she'll say we're still together, but you know how females do. They say they like you or whatever. You know, she was staying in contact. Words got exchanged. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 weeks ago, I ain't talked to her in like 2 weeks. Words got exchanged, brother. You know what I'm saying? I honestly just know to tell everybody in this world my story. It sounds crazy, but I hope that someone sees through me telling my truth and not lying about what I did, because to admit to what I just admitted to ain't easy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, salute to that, all right?
It's not easy, and I don't condone domestic violence, but at the same time, the world we in, I don't really even know how to explain it no more to people, because people fucked up out here. I done been through a lot of shit. I'm quite sure there's a lot of other people that have been through a lot of shit.
Well, I mean, I got over 300 videos that show that
people
have
shit.
Things that they got going on that we don't even know about. We don't have any clue about.
I can assure you, you know, talking to you on this interview and anybody else who listen to this, never been ashamed to admit anything I've done in my life, you know, or talk about my wrongs for this one simple fact. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in God. It's billions of people here saying that, but I can stand in front of y'all and tell y'all, being homeless, was staying in a house full of gay people to where other people would have made it look like it was just straight people staying there, college kids. I can just tell you that I got into a fight with that girl, and when she bit my hand, I made a mistake and bit her lip off, and women look like, oh, he's just irate, crazy. I'm none of the above, man. You know, I've been through what they call this journey life, and I'm affected just like the next person. I try to show through my strengths and through my advances. Even with this situation, man, I'm still gonna keep my head up, because every time you see me, one thing about me, y'all gonna see, and y'all, and anybody who know me from Atlanta, they'll let you know, man. I mean, I had my downfall. I grew up an orphan. To this day, I don't know my biological family. I never made no complaints about that shit though, because the world don't give a fuck about that. I'm a grown man.
Well, okay, but so let's take a second, and I'm gonna ask you, how does that really make you feel? Like, forget the defensive answer, forget the tough guy answer.
Not having my folks growing up.
How does it make you feel?
To be honest with you, and I can tell the world this, and I don't want nobody looking at me like I was crazy. Sometimes I feel like I was just better off not being born. Feeling like my parents should have aborted me if my mom didn't want to have me. You know what I'm saying? Just being real. Versus the pain that I done felt and the shit that I done witnessed, and how I'm not normal in society. You know, because the system fucked me and my brothers over. My mama got 8 kids, 5 of my siblings in prison, and I've heard the world's response every time. Oh, it's the choices they made. People don't really know psychologically. I was a kid. I was an innocent ass kid.
Well, I was about to say, man, again, I've got over 300 videos that, you know, kind of prove that to be wrong, man. That, you know, ultimately, if you start out in a really bad situation, it's almost impossible to get to certain levels in this society.
And you're right, and that's basically you summing up what I really want to say, and that's what I want to say. It's no excuse. I grew up in the slums. Unfortunately, I grew up in the wrong generation. I can honestly say I watched the last little bit of the 90s where someone in my situation had a shot. Now, they don't. You do your research on these prisons, you'll find out 90% of those brothers came out of foster care and institutions. Those sisters that you see at these work release programs, working these low-end jobs. You're right, though, so that's how I feel. Because I feel like I'm the most misunderstood person in this world. Got a big heart. I'll do anything for anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I've been through, and what I was taught and drilled in my head as respecting what not to say as a person, and just being in hurtful situations. And when people say hurtful shit to me, whether it's a girlfriend or my brother, it causes me to get angry. And once I get to a certain point where I'm angry, I lose control over my hands, my mind, my logic, and everything out the window.
But at this point, though, because you're 37, right?
Yeah, I'm 37.
So at this point, though, when are you going to take responsibility for the fact that you're an adult, and that despite the fact that you had these disadvantages, that you started out with in life that because you sound like a sane, you know, perfectly intelligent guy. So you know what's right and what's wrong. And I understand that it may not be easy. But when are you going to take responsibility for the fact that, well, you're an adult now and you've got kids yourself, and, you know, it may not be ideal, but at some point you're going to have to grow all the way up, become a full man, and take full responsibility for your life, even though you were born into a bad situation.
I can honestly say I've been making strides. You know, when the girl you saw me with left 2 months ago, that was the start of my strive. So I can honestly say
you seem like you was in such a good place, man.
I really was.
Like when I saw you that time, man, I almost had goosebumps, man. Like I just felt like, man, this guy really is in a much better space than when I saw him.
I was. Like I said, I love that girl to death. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you're right. I just got to get to a point. I can honestly tell the world this. I'm striving towards and I'm working towards. I said a prayer the other day and I meant that to God, you know. I hope he forgive me, you know what I'm saying, for my choices. And, you know, he strengthened me. I keep walking in his light, man. You know, only he knows. You know, but far as me, my free will, 2 months ago, I started walking towards that change that you're talking about, getting to that point to where, okay, I got to get away from the hurt. See, the hurt is the biggest thing I have to shake.
That's a fact.
The hurt. That's a fact. I got to get over the hurt.
What is it that's hurting? Let's take a second. Breathe. Think. Take as much time as you need.
I don't want to sound like, you know,
don't worry about how you sound.
Okay, well, you know, the truth is, what's hurting me the most is since the age of 11 going on 12, this is no lie, I'm 37 now. What's hurting me the most is not having someone there consistently every day that I could depend on or count on that really got my back. Like when I just need someone to talk to, come through and kick it with, or, you know, by me growing up in the system and I run into hard times when I lose my job and I can't pay my bills and I get booted out my apartment, I'm back on the streets and I need to call XYZ for $20. From the age of 13 till now, I never had that. That's what's hurting me the most. And if I had to say it, instability, just not having a secure start to get where I feel like I really want to go, like a stable place to rest my home. I mean, I just had that with that girl, true enough, but that wasn't mine. You know, that's what's really hurt me the most. Overall, I'd say what's hurt me the most, though, like I just said, was that, you know, the fact that I don't have no consistent support system around me, you know.
I get that. That produces a level of anxiety that I don't think the average person could understand. You know, when the buck completely stops with you and you've never kind of had that stable ground, you know?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Okay. All right, so, I mean, at this point, are we working?
Yeah, I actually work for a moving company on the west side of Atlanta. I went back to my old job and I've been working there for the last 2.5 months.
Okay. All right, man. All right, man. So, what plans do we have at this point to try to get ourselves out of this position?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. Right now, just taking a day at a time, you know what I'm saying? I'm at a point right now where, again, you know, I just really had a mental relapse with that situation. To come from, you know, the Black Camera situation, like you said, it gave me goosebumps to come up out of that and see my blessing. And then it's like, you know, you back at square one, man. You know, I'm gonna keep my faith. That's all I can say. My plan right now is to keep my faith because I'm not God. I don't know.
If you could give a message, if you could give a message to the young lady that I saw you with, what would you tell her right now? What would you say you know, what's on your heart?
What's on my heart to say? I'm gonna say this and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. Because as a man, I was supposed to walk away. I wasn't mature enough to do that. As smart as I may seem, your healing process was never, you know what I'm saying, something that I didn't care about or didn't take serious. I still love you, and I hope you find it in your heart someday to forgive me should you choose to move on. All the hateful, spiteful threats that I was sending out of anger, you know what I'm saying, about doing X, Y, Z to whoever you choose to get with after me, that shit just came out of anger. At the end of the day, I know God put you in my life, but you know what I'm saying, I can't make you stay. So at the end of the day, I want you to know that I apologize from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? You really did help me, and you showed me a lot of things, you know, and you extended that welcome, and it went in vain. You somebody still special to me.
All right, man. Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Yeah, I wanted people to seriously do this serious about seeing someone change, because I'm on live camera and I can't hide this. I'm gonna continue to walk towards my change. If you want to help me, my Facebook is Charles S-U-A-V as in Valero E-E-S-E-A-Y. Charles Suave S-E-A-Y. That's my Facebook. Add me as a friend and get other people to follow me. If you want to help me on Cash App, my Cash App is all capital letters. It's the $SEAYATL, My Instagram is iamt.h.u.g.l.i.f.e, and my other backup page is HEZ as in zebra _AREALONE. If you want to help me, again, you can donate to Cash App, all capital letters, SEAYATL with the $ in front.
All right. Hey, look, man, we appreciate you, man, and we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, all right?
All right, appreciate you too, buddy. Keep doing your thing, man.
Hey, man, got to, man.
Yeah,
got to, man.
Give the streets a voice.
What?